time of the week again that we sit down and we talk to you about our bump date. And this is our 33rd week of pregnancy.
Yeah.
It's been so, it's crazy. It's just, every week I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer.
Stress level rising just a little bit to match that. Lots of stuff to do still.
Definitely stress level is high. Anxiety levels are higher. I just feel like we're not ready, and I think, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna get there.
But it's also matched, it's important to say, with a lot of excitement, because we can't wait to see her little face.
Absolutely. This is what we think about every day.
Yeah.
So why don't you take over with baby progress?
I got it here. Little Bean is now about the size of a cauliflower blossom.
Woo.
But way cuter.
Oh.
No question about that.
I love cauliflower.
Yeah, I do also, actually. It's one of my favorites. Little Bean tends to keep her eyes open when awake, just like grown-up babies do.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So she's like...
So whenever you're feeling her kick,
right,
she's doing it eyes wide open.
it's crazy. Like
She kicks non-stop.
Yeah. She's now moving from the kicking, like really, you know, abrupt kick phase to more of like...
Yeah, like the big wiggle phase where she's like, I'm on the left.
I'm on the right. And you can definitely see my belly going like
back and forth.
Yeah.
She now has eyebrows to raise and furrow, so she is
good.
like making funny expressions in there when she looks at us.
I hope she got your eyebrows, because my eyebrows are non-existent. If you guys don't know, I have microbladed eyebrows, and we vlogged that once upon a time a while ago, but you can check it out right here.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. It says here that amniotic fluid doesn't provide the best visibility, but her sense of sight continues to develop.
Nice.
Even through it. So, but it's like she's swimming this entire time.
Yeah, like everything is blurry and dark.
Through, this blurry dark pool.
Yeah.
Her bones continue to get harder as her birthday gets closer and closer.
Nice.
So this has been a recurring theme here.
Yeah.
She's getting more and more ready to, like, you know, lift herself up and deal with gravity like the rest of us do.
Right.
Her eyes can now detect light, and her pupils dilate and constrict.
And that's crazy too. It's crazy. Well, so maybe like now she's like, oh, it's bright outside, but it's gonna get dark again because it's gonna rain.
Maybe she knows. Little Bean's lungs are producing enough surfactant that they are nearing maturity. So she's just about ready to breathe.
Yeah.
And last one here, guys. Little Bean continues to have REM sleep cycles and is probably dreaming about you.
What does she dream about?
What does she dream about?
It's crazy. Probably like Mama's heartbeat and
how loud it is in there, how it just thunders around her.
Yeah. So now for symptoms this week. My symptoms now, since I think 30 weeks, they've been quite steady.
Right.
So I don't know, you know, I'm still feeling super hot. Super hot, like
that
literally,
is a constant.
Literally melting. Like I live a sweaty life all the time.
AC on high,
yeah.
Still not doing it.
No, I keep asking Ryan, is the AC on high? Is the AC on high?
Yep, still on high.
So I'm super hot, even though the temperatures actually have gone down here recently,
right, yeah.
Because it's rainy season, so we're really getting a lot of rain recently. But the humidity is just killer. So I'm sweating all the time.
You're doing a good job putting up with it though.
Yeah, but one symptom that actually resurfaced this week is that redness. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of weeks ago we talked about how a few dry red patches had appeared on my skin, on my chest area, on my belly area, and we went to a dermatologist following the advice of our OB, and the dermatologist actually said that was due to heat, to extreme heat, almost like a heat allergy at the time, and she prescribed an ointment. So I used that ointment and I felt better, but this week we saw the patches coming back again.
And the thing is, you used the ointment and it got better almost right away.
Right.
And then sort of stopped using the ointment.
Yeah, I stopped,
Yeah, and then, for whatever reason, it just resurfaced again. So now you're back on the cream routine.
Yeah, so I'm using it again. I still see a few patches, again on my chest area, on my belly area, but they're getting better.
And they're not as red as they were originally either.
Yeah.
You know, when you had to go to the dermatologist, they were pretty bright, and now they're a lot more subdued.
They're disappearing. I can tell some of them they're already gone, but definitely something that I can't stop using. I think that I need to continue to use this ointment. Another symptom this week is that Ryan officially has to start helping me putting on my shoes. Some of them, not all
your
of them.
shoes.
Yeah.
Like, you can get your shoes on your own, but the ones that have buckles, they don't necessarily buckle up very easily. So it requires a little extra finessing.
It's just that I can't reach my feet anymore. Like if I'm sitting down, my belly's so big that it's just like, it's an obstacle to reach down.
And it's that like your feet are just a little bit swollen still, I think. So some of those shoes that were tight on you before are really tight on you now.
I know, so we got to that stage.
It's a symptom.
And then the last symptom that we want to talk to you about is that I have been feeling this week actually quite good. In these last few days, I've had a burst of energy. And I don't know why, or how it came about, or what is happening, but I'm feeling super, super productive in a sense of like, I need to be doing things. That's
Yesterday was incredible too, because you woke up and you were just, first of all, you beat me up like by a mile, and you were just bouncing around and feeling all productive, and I woke up like straight out of a dream and I was like, what is happening? And you were just...
That's not very different than every day.
Right, but you certainly were. You were like all over the place, and it was sort of a return to form. Her first thought was that she was feeling about how she did during the second trimester, and I said no, like I don't remember seeing you even this energetic during the second trimester. This was old Priscilla from once upon a time. So.
Yeah. And I felt really good. My first trimester, as you guys know, I felt extremely sick. You know, I couldn't really get anything done. My second trimester, I felt really good throughout the entire time. In my third trimester, since we were traveling actually in Denver, I started feeling very tired, especially in the afternoons, and just this lethargic feeling. Not necessarily the sleepiness of my first trimester, but just extremely tired. And so far this week, I've been like, woohoo!
Go get 'em. Let's have at it.
Let's get everything done.
And you've not been napping either.
No.
Right? I mean, when you were feeling so lethargic, there were a few like 7 p.m. naps that sort of caught you off guard.
I just all of a sudden pass out at 7 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I slept. That was weird.
Very interesting decision to take one this time of day, but now not at all. So we'll see how long it lasts. And I mean, maybe it's this burst of energy you need to get everything done before we reach the finish line.
I know. Yeah, I hope so.
Next up, guys, is food cravings and aversions.
Yes. So I'm still loving eggs this week. I still feel like, you know, I want to eat eggs every day.
Protein, I think you're looking for, because she is like in that final period of growth.
Right, and I think eggs are easier for me to digest. So I wonder if my body is choosing, you know, eggs over meat, red meat, or like even heavier meats, because I'm having such a hard time with my digestive system still, like a lot of acid reflux and, you know, heartburn and stuff. So eggs are just easier in general for me to digest personally. So
that's pretty interesting actually, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but besides any cravings and aversions this week, the most interesting factor when it comes to food consumption, I guess, is that my appetite has diminished so much. I'm just not so hungry anymore. And I've had phases throughout my pregnancy that I'm very, very, very hungry, and then other times that I'm not that hungry. But this time, I don't know, for some reason I'm just not starving.
Right, and this to me runs contrary to what we just said, where, you know, you're consuming protein, you've been all about the eggs as she's trying to grow, but for whatever reason, your appetite has diminished in a big way. I mean, Priscilla was out eating me for a while, and it's the truth. I mean, you were making yourself some really big plates, and these days, all of a sudden, I mean, I'm crushing you at the dinner table. I know. So it's even less, I would say, right now than before the pregnancy started. I know. So it's funny.
Yeah. So
who knows?
Who knows? I think my theory is that she's so up high now in my stomach that I don't have a lot of room. And even though, you know, I feel hungry obviously, but I just don't have room to eat a lot. So when I see a lot of food on my plate, I'm just like, okay, I just simply cannot do it. So
I think this is the best theory also, because everything is all moved around inside you, who knows where, and making room for a beautiful little girl.
Yeah. So let's go to cool moment of the week.
I know what it is. Cool moment of the week is that we had our first husband-wife pregnancy class, guys.
Yeah.
So we learned all about breastfeeding and washing the baby and doing all of these things. Yeah. It was very insightful. We learned a lot.
Yeah. I think it was a really, really good class. Yeah. It was a class offered actually by our insurance company, and they offer it for a minimum amount of money. It was like 10 reais, basically, which is $3.30 or something like for the two of us. So it was just really almost like a donation amount of money that we needed to, you know, deal with. So,
because there were snacks, you know.
Yeah, there were snacks, but it was very, very interesting as far as breastfeeding. That, to me, that was the best information that I could get from that class. A lot of the information was quite basic, things that we already had, you know, that we already had knowledge of because of our extensive research. But the breastfeeding aspect of it, I thought was extremely helpful. And the awesome thing about it is that this branch of our insurance company, actually they offer lactation consultants for free. So if it's part of our insurance company, one recommendation that my sister gave to us once she delivered her baby was that after you leave the hospital, after you deliver your baby and you leave the hospital, go straight to this place called Uniame and get a lactation consultant to see how you're breastfeeding your baby from the beginning, because that will help you a lot in the long run. And I think we're going to do
especially for a first-time mom.
Yeah, for a first-time mom. Like, I don't know, you know, so.
Yeah. Shall we take a look at the bump?
We should.
Here we go. There you go, 33 weeks worth of progress. You are making progress.
Yeah, I am making progress while she's making progress.
Thank you guys for watching this week. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a big thumbs up and leave us a lovely comment down low. And do subscribe if you have not already, and we'll see you back in our next video, guys.
Bye.
Bye.